We're in the information age and we find ourselves consuming boatloads of information per time. In all of this, some are bound to be true while others are totally false. So many people have different takes on different topics these days, and it can be hard to differentiate the right from the wrong. So in this video, I'll be demystifying some popular data analytics myths. So myth number 1, you need to be a math genius before you can excel at being a data analyst, or before you can excel at data analytics. The reality is, yes, while some math may be involved, that is arithmetics, not so much of algebra, but of course, some basic arithmetical operations can go on, right? Some statistical methods can go on. However, here's the reality. While math may be involved, some statistics may be involved, data analytics is more about critical thinking, problem solving, and using the right tools to derive insights. And it's just so much more than crunching numbers. Let's talk about myth number 2. You need to be an expert in multiple programming languages. No, the reality is, while yes, learning some programming languages like Python or R can be beneficial, right? And you can choose to be proficient in one. You don't need to learn multiple ones. The same thing with the tools. However, while it can be sufficient, it's more about, the focus is more on understanding the concepts, knowing how to apply them. Same applies to the tools. That is, whether it's a tool you want to choose for visualization, there are several tools out there. And it also depends on the organization you find yourself, right? You have several tools for visualization. You have the Power BI, you have the Tableau, you have the Looker Studio. There are a lot of them out there, right? So it's more about the focus and the context. What problem are you trying to solve? So let's talk about myth number 3. The more the data, the better the analysis. Now, that is a big lie. The reality is, quality matters more than quantity. Irrelevant or inaccurate data can lead to misleading conclusions. It is about finding the right data and asking the right questions. That is, again, data is as good as the experience you bring to it, the experience you had to it. Have raw data. What is your own knowledge as a human being? What experience or what context are you bringing to it? And what spikes of creativity are you adding to it, all right? So let's talk about the 4th myth. Myth number 4, it says it is about how well you can design dashboards. No. So the reality is, data analysis is primarily about deriving meaningful insights from data. While dashboards are a visualization tool, which is helpful, the real value lies in the interpretation and the communication of those insights to inform decision making. Effective data analysis requires a deep understanding of the business context. It is not just about visually appealing dashboards. While that is essential, it's not only about visually appealing dashboards, but also about ensuring that the information presented is, first of all, relevant and actionable. Data analysis involves various output formats. That is, it could include reports, presentations, and recommendations. And we'll be seeing how this would work out in real life situations as we go along. So it's not just about dashboards. The emphasis should be on conveying insights in a way that suits your peculiar audience and in a way that suits your purpose. All right, so let's talk about myth number 5. Myth number 5 says you need a computer science degree to pursue a career in data analytics. Me, Oluwatayo, who's teaching you right now, I studied biochemistry. I started my career in sales. I've been a tailor, a seamstress. I've been a lot of things. So maybe that brings some form of comfort. So data analytics is interdisciplinary. Professionals from various backgrounds, including business, finance, social enterprise, or social sciences, can learn and excel in data analytics, all right? So let's talk about myth number 6, and that's where we stop. Myth number 6 says you need to be an expert at crunching Excel formulas and DAX functions in Power BI. Okay, but here's the reality. Data analytics is tool agnostic, right? That is, Whether you have proficiency in Excel or Power BI, which are very valuable, the essence of analysis lies in the ability to manipulate and interpret data, which can be done with various tools or programming languages like Python or R, right? It can be done with various tools. So the emphasis should be on the analytical methodology, which would definitely include data cleaning, exploratory data analysis, and statistical analysis. All right, we will touch some statistical things as we go along. Don't be scared, don't worry, they're simple, they're sweet. All right, so tools are enablers, not the core of data analysis, and data analysis are not just numbers, right? Successful data analysts are not just number crunchers, they are effective communicators. That is, the ability to explain complex findings in a clear and understandable manner is as important as the technical skills used in the analysis. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you, and not to convince you, that these 6 myths that we talk about, they are non-existent, all right? They are reality and fact checks to them. All right, so let's see in the next lesson.